Valentine's Day live about 9:15 p.m. in the heart of La Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. Figured I would go on a little content creating streak tonight. Already uploaded a video like 30 minutes ago. Go check that out. What's up, Chris? All good, buddy. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Sitting on my terrace, which is very nice. We actually get colibris in the morning. Those are those birds with the. They're like this. They're tiny, but they have like a sword for a beak. Pretty cool. Google it. And I do like this terrace. It's like a mild 20 degrees. Mexico City has the best weather in the world. It never gets too cold and it never gets too hot. What's up, Red Bar? But the only. Do you guys hear that? Those are the Mexico City sounds. Um, we do get mosquitoes up here. So if you see me moving a lot, it's because I'm literally scratching my goddamn foot because I'm already bit, though I'm wearing thick socks. Anywho, welcome to this live, and feel free to select a topic. Ask me what you would like me to talk about or expand on. Going through that awkward phase of trying to grow out the sides of my hair. I always used to get like buzz cuts and then have my hair braided or like long, like a man bun or whatever. And I'm turning 38 in May, and at some point I felt like it was making me look quite aggressive, right? It's a young man's look. I feel like the buzz cut compared with the bun. I feel like I look, and I've had people tell me that, like when I have that haircut, I look like a Viking, obviously, but I am going more for the softer look. So growing out the sides, but it's gonna take like another year for them to catch up fully. I'm getting there though. Like it's getting long. I am getting there. This is like I started growing them out last March. So like 10 months. So not bad. That's not bad length for 10 months. Anywho, anything you guys want to talk about? Let me see if I'm. Hold on. Top things. I'm trying to see if I'm getting all of the comments. Wait, all messages. Okay, I just hit all messages and I saw that it was still the same amount of messages. That's kind of funny. Any tips? I'm like, I'm missing all of these questions. I know, it's the same. Any tips on ankle surgery healing? No, fish oil, like omega 3, omega 3. So 2x omega 3 from Nordic Naturals. That is the brand of absolute superior fish oil, and obviously it's not gonna repair an ankle or like a fracture, but I kid you not, whenever I fuck up my rotator cuff, which I did about 6 months ago, I just started taking even more fish oil, and that shit works. Again, I'm not talking about ankle surgery, but I'm trying to like give you the best pieces of advice about that general topic. Like Nordic Naturals 2x omega 3. It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie. It's ridiculously expensive. Like 100 of those. Huh. I'll have to check, but I know I pay like 100 euros for my pots every time. Yup. Try it, buddy. I mean, again, it's not gonna. Okay, it's not gonna heal a broken ankle. Um, if you could fly off on Mars X, would you do it? Fuck no. Not in a million fucking years. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why the fuck you would want to go on an experimental mission to Mars. Bro, I beat cancer twice. I am not getting on a rocket, a fucking Elon Musk suicide mission. To go do what? Bro, I've seen Mars, I've seen the videos. I don't need to fucking feel this shit. I don't even need to feel half of the world. Like, I'm not even interested in visiting like half of the countries in the world. What the fuck makes you think I'm gonna go to Mars? Hell no. I would. I'll never understand wanting to risk your life to try and be like the first person on Mars. I'm not built like that, bro. I'm not on that American hero bullshit. It doesn't make sense. It's rationally not a good decision. Like, you'll probably succeed, and your name will be in the history books and all it is. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be unpleasant. You're gonna be sitting in a rocket, eating shit, not showering. It's not a good deal. I'd rather just fucking do some incline benching on Earth. So that is my answer, Red Barthan 66. Good question. I like that. I like the creativity. I really do. I had pins and plates removed. All right. So, anyone who's in here, shout out to the 12 people that I see. This isn't Ask Me Anything. I'm not going to be on here for that long, obviously. These are usually like 40 minutes long. So, anything you want me to discuss or talk about, shoot your shot. Be creative, be funny, challenge me, and you might get some funny shit out of it. Because that's what we're on, baby. Valentine's night. We're posted. Posted outside. Posted on the terrace. Posted like a G. Posted like Moses Malone. For all those who follow the NBA. Yesterday I read a comment that triggered me. I got mad. And then I saw the guy wrote it right in the comment. His name was Steve Francis. Now, a lot of you might not know who Steve Francis is. Stevie Franchise. He's like this NBA legend. Used to rock it back in the day, like Vince Carter, T Mac, Allen Iverson, Marbury. He was like in that era, and he was really good for like 4 seasons. So just because off of the strength of his name being um, Steve Francis, I was like, I kind of like you. And then I still proceeded to type out a whole fucking comment, like, getting at him. So, what I love about Mexico City, I'm sure you guys cannot hear this. Tell me if the audio picks up on this. Can you hear the crickets? Listen. They're pretty loud. I wonder if you can hear them. I feel like in any other big city, you don't have that. Like in New York City, you don't hear crickets on your terrace. And I'm sitting in the middle of Mexico City. I really like that. It's crazy. It's like Mexico City is a city, and try to keep up with me. Mexico City is a city that is built on a literal lake that is at the top of a fucking mountain that's 2.5 kilometers high. So you have a 2.5 kilometer high mountain, right? And then on top of that mountain, there's like a valley. It's like there's a bathtub, and they filled up the bathtub, like nature filled up the bathtub with water. And then one day, The Aztecs saw an eagle eating a snake. Like, first of all, like, how crazy is it that these Aztecs are just like wandering around the top of a mountain? Like, they're just like, all right. And it's not like a mountain with ice and stuff. Like, it's a mountain with grass and it's warm, right? And then they find this lake at the top, and they see an eagle eating a snake, and then they proceeded to bit by bit start filling up that lake with earth, dirt, whatever they could find, rocks. Like they would literally like make little islands and have little islands and have them connected. And over time, they they put so much dirt and put so much stuff just on top of the water, they managed to build a whole city, and that is Mexico City today. That is Mexico City. This Mexico City is built on a lake. So it turned into a swamp basically. Like if you fill a lake with enough dirt, it just becomes a swamp, but it's still kind of a lake. So because of that, Mexico City actually sinks 50 centimeters on average a year. This city, with 24 million inhabitants, sinks 50 centimeters into the goddamn lake every year. And that is my Wounded Viking history fun fact of the day. Like, every time I think about that shit, I just go like, this is crazy. Mind you, Mexico City is infamous for the earthquakes it has. There have been insane earthquakes here. How many people heard this whole fucking me saying this whole thing? Because that was, I feel like, I wonder if anyone kept up with my train of thought. Because that is the history of Mexico City. It's a swamp. So yeah, these Aztecs, man, it's crazy. These Aztecs were like living in Mexico City, and they were fucking up all the other clans and like just bullying them, right? So there was like a bunch of other clans living around the land, like not in Mexico City, but like in general. And the Aztecs just go like pillage them and like rape their fucking women and take their wives, and they make them pay taxes and give tributes, right? So they're like these very crazy, like they're just like a brutal empire, right? And they're just completely in charge. And then the Spaniards arrive. And the Spaniards, like, they weren't even that many. It was like 300 of them. And basically, all the other clans were like, yo, we'll help you fight them. That's not like, that's like, I skipped a whole lot of story. I'll get into that some other time. It's a very interesting story. But that's basically how the Spaniards were able to beat the Aztecs, because like all of the Aztecs' enemies were basically just like, we're gonna help these Spanish fuckers because we're so sick of the Aztecs. And that, in combination with biological warfare in the form of the Spanish having smallpox and stuff like that, like they just brought their disease to the Aztecs, to the land. These diseases did not exist in this part of the world. Literally, they biologically did not exist. So these foreign diseases were introduced here, and they killed a bunch of people. So the Spaniards didn't even have to shoot nobody. The fucking viruses did it for them. Is Mexico City contaminated? A lot of smog. A lot of smog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of smog. The air quality where I live in Roma Norte is the best air quality, but it's still not great. No, like, if you go running on a bad day in Mexico City, it's the equivalent of smoking 2.5 cigarettes. I think that's what they said. Yeah, or like 3 cigarettes. Yeah, pretty crazy. So it's really interesting. Like when the Spaniards like made contact with the Aztecs when they arrived here, they were like stinking because they had been on boats for months and they were like disgusting. And the Aztecs, they used to bathe twice a day. Like they actually used to be very clean. And so when the Spanish got here, for them, it was like they found them. There's a story of like an important meal taking place between the Aztec royal family and the leadership of the Spaniards. And so the princess was sat next to this like it might have been Cortes, who was like the main Spanish guy running the running this operation, and she couldn't eat her food because she was disgusted by the smell of him, just as like his body odor, because the Spanish fucking stunk. They stunk. They were on a boat, and so this is like one of the third. There's a lot of interesting stuff about the Aztecs, and I'm getting super deep into it. I'm listening to podcasts daily. I'm getting so deep into the lore of history. Bum bum bum. Reduce the population by 80%. There you go. Are you guys enjoying these little history rants? Um, by the way, guys, if you appreciate the channel, if you like me going live, if you would like to see me go live more, feel free to send over a super chat donation. You can do it by clicking on the dollar sign, and any donation to your liking would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, as you can hear, I'm getting super hard into like the history behind the Aztecs and the whole culture. Like I'm a very like slow. I always need so much time to get into a place and then to like develop that natural interest of history. But then once I do develop that, I go all in. I'm listening to 2 hours of podcast a day on this shit right now. I'm like obsessed with the Aztecs and everything revolving around it. Is Mexico City safe? I thought Mexico is known for cartel violence. Yeah, but Mexico is so big, bro. Like, there is cartel violence up north, so near the border with the states. But that's like comparing Belgium to Albania. Like Belgium to Albania might actually be closer than Mexico City to like Sonora, which is a place up north. That's dangerous. Um, so yes, parts have cartel violence, but it's a very big place, and Mexico City is very safe. All big cities have dangerous neighborhoods. Yep. Home gym physique. What's up? Viking gang or don't bang. We got 14 people in here, 14 times. I like that. See, that's the type of shit that gives me joy. Like 14, 14. That's nice. It's way better than 14 and 4. 4 likes. Anywho, guys, if there's any questions, then let's hear them. Cause your boy is not gonna be sitting here all night. What you up to? It's like 9:30 p.m. and I'm just chilling on my terrace. This is where I live. Um, Obviously, I have roommates. I'm not bawling like that. But between you and me, I basically have access to this terrace all the time, and like no one else uses it. It's weird, right? But it's true. Did you end up giving the earrings away for Christmas? Oh my God, Queen Noreen, putting me on the spot. God, you gotta respect it. Like I put so much personal stuff into my videos, like crazy details, bro. Like this makes me when I read this, I'm like, damn, I the fact that you know that about me is so crazy, but I fucking put it out there, so like, yeah, of course you're gonna watch it because that's how this thing works. Um, so to answer your question, uh, I did not, I did not get the earrings. I did not. Red Bar fan 66. Red Bar's watching. Yes, sir. You can private the videos. What do you mean exactly? Stay hydrated, kids. Yes, Jen, thank you so much. Um, I mentioned this earlier in the life. I'm growing out my sides. Trying to get that Jesus look back on. What else can I talk about that is relevant? I finally got back to yoga today. I fell off yoga for 2 months. Hold on. Gabster, boom boom. What's up, Gabby? Gabster, you are. I met you in Barcelona like 5 years ago. On the bench in Parc de Ciutadella. So guys, context, Gabster has been watching the channel for like at least 6, 7 years. And then one day, I think he wrote a comment or something that she was also in Barcelona, and then we met up in Barcelona when I was. Oh shit. Okay. So the person just said, I'm saying this for the people who are watching this later. No, I never been to Barcelona, wrong, Gabby. My bad. So yeah, that was another person also called Gabby or Gabrielle, and so yeah, that's not relevant now. Sorry. Gab, you could have played along. Now that looks stupid. You could have just been like, "Yo, that was fun." Um, yoga is great. Working on curl pose. Yeah, yoga's really good. I'm very surprised how much I fell out of yoga shape by quitting for 2 months. Of course not, Gabster. You don't have to lie. So yeah, that is what we are on right now. I can't wait to hear what people think are gonna think about this live as I put some more history stuff in there. Um, I'll give you guys some more fun facts. There's like pyramids 2 hours outside of Mexico City that you can go visit, like Aztec pyramids. And like beside the main pyramid, there's like two pyramids that each you had two pyramids and each represented one half of the army of the Aztec army. So you had two main legions that made up for the entire Aztec army. And one legion was the legion of the eagle. The eagle was like it's like the eagle squad. Pretty fucking dope, right? Just like think about this, like the Aztec eagle squad. Like they all got like they got like eagle feathers on and shit. Spears, killing machines, right? And then on the other side, you had another temple that represented a second legion, so the other half of the Aztec army, and they were. This is so good. They were the legion of the jaguar. So you had the eagle legion and the jaguar legion, and so these motherfuckers had like actual jaguar heads. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a typical image of the Aztec warrior is like him depicted with like a jaguar on his head. But that is not anime or that is not like fiction. Like these killing machine hunters used to run around in the jungle with like using a dead leopard head as a helmet and having the teeth here, you know what I'm saying? Like having it on their head with the front teeth dangling down. Just imagine how fucking badass they were, bro. Like Aztecs were running shit. They were fucking shit up. Like, you're beefing with the Aztecs, all of a sudden, There's like a squad of dudes with Jaguar fucking helmets on, actual Jaguar skin dangling off of their shoulders. They're fucking running with spears, full speed at you. Then you see these Eagle fucking Legion motherfuckers. Like, imagine how happy these other tribes were when the Spanish showed up. They're like, please, get rid of these motherfuckers. They're a menace. The Aztecs played a soccer kind of game, absolutely. So the Aztecs had a way to resolve issues was by basically playing like a soccer type of football game. Okay. What happened to your face? It looks delicious. God damn. Boom boom. Sneak this. Don't care what happened to your face. I had cancer, my boy. Cancer twice, back to back. Well, Aztec, what happened to your soul? Oh, it's alright, guys. Hey, listen. I have never been one to, I can get super sensitive about some things. Like yesterday, this motherfucker told me that my upper body was not bad. And I was like, fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't never seen this shit. I never seen nobody like this. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me it's not bad. Like, I'll get upset about someone critiquing my fucking physique. But this guy saying what happened to your face, and like saying ew, is not. I'm weird like that. The face stuff doesn't hurt. The body stuff does. I feel like that's. No, I don't know. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I always remember. So there's this bodybuilder. You guys are maybe not gonna know. His name is Jay Cutler. Pretty famous, blonde, white dude bodybuilder. Very big name in bodybuilding. Like he won 4 Mr. Olympias, and he would always say, like I watch his documentary on him, and he has like a bit where he's like, you know, people always see me looking in the mirror, and they're like, you know, why you gotta look in the mirror? And I always tell them like, I never look at the face. I just look at the physique. Never the face. So you can't tell me I'm vain. I'm just looking at the. And I love I love how he spoke in third person. He's like the face, like talking about his face. Just look at the physique. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel. What's up, Gab? The guy commenting on your physique was obviously jealous. Yeah. Nah, honestly, he didn't even say anything. He was trying to. He was doing this British thing where when they try to give a compliment, they say something doesn't suck. But he was actually trying to be nice. Yeah. Anywho, I feel like I got a little bit off track there. So, any questions, any topics you would like me to discuss? Right now would be the time. Should I still date a guy that is 9 years younger than me? Oof. How old are you? I mean, I need more. 35 soon. So he is 26. Huh. I'm gonna keep it real. I just have a hard time believing that a 26-year-old kid is serious about spending the rest of his life with someone that's 9 years older than him. So, depending on what you are trying to get out of that, there is your answer. If you're looking for someone to spend the rest of your life with, you should stop dating him because it's highly unlikely, not impossible, but highly unlikely that this 26-year-old person is going to want to grow old with somebody who's 9 years older. Like, that's way too, like, that's like, if you're 50 which is you can be in really good shape at 50. You can be like 50, jacked, energized, like fucking on top, like on it, you know? You can be proper good in your 50s. And then if your partner is 59 and they don't take care of themselves that well, you are fucked. Because you're basically dealing with a 60-year-old person. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like, which becomes, yeah, it can be a problem. Bum 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 bum. Thoreau, genuinely, how is life? How is your happiness? Talk to us about what's going on with everything. Is there a pool near there? No pool. Looks super zen. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. Minus the mosquitoes. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to ignore your question. You said genuinely, how is life? How is your happiness? Talk to us about what's going on. Um, Life is always ups and downs, but looking macro and looking at like certain parameters, looking at income, looking at I feel like I'm taking steps in terms of becoming just more ambitious and more established, and I finally took up on becoming a personal trainer in the gym, which I never did. I never trained nobody. But I was always just training my friends, like people here and there that like for fun. And I was training my friend, the guy who I do the podcast with, and he was just like, you gotta start selling this shit. Like you have to train like this. You love to do this shit. And so that's what I'm doing, and it's fun. Um, Professionally going well. Physique wise, in my best shape ever. I can pretty confidently say that. I've never been this lean and this full. So, yeah, definitely need to get my legs back up. Um, yeah, no, very happy to be in Mexico City. Looking forward to not traveling for a couple of months and just be fucking stationary and stable and be here. Like I'm genuinely so excited about that. Um, so that's where I'm at right now. Bro, you have a lot of good content. I've been following you for a while. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I feel like I was thinking about this the other day, like, because you can't hit the jackpot 10 out of 10 times, right? So I have 1,300 videos, and I was thinking the other day, like, how many can I say they're properly like pretty good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's thought behind it. You're gonna get something out of it, whether it's entertainment or, philosophy topic wise, like content wise, and I'm probably like at a good 70%. I feel like 70% of my videos are not a waste of absolute fucking time and have like real thought and effort and, you know, energy behind them. Um, yeah, and that's pretty good. So you saying I have a lot of good content, I appreciate that. I really do, man. Nothing like living your passion. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I just started grad school to get a career that will make me over 250,000 a year, US dollars. Ballin'. I've been blazing FDOR. Don't know what that means. Years. I've been blazing for years, and stopped the day before classes. Started roughly 3 weeks ago. It's been tough. Mm. Yeah, bro. Getting off the weed is fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit is hard. Especially if like everything else in your life is dialed in. Like when you're basically not really drinking alcohol like that, when you're eating relatively healthy, when you're doing a fuck ton of exercise and cardio, and they're like, bro, I can have a little something. You know what I'm saying? That makes it harder. I feel even 35 minutes in. If anyone has been watching this for a minute and appreciates this content, feel free to donate any amount of your liking with the super chat button. It's always appreciated, and of course, it incentivizes me to come online more often and do more content. This was a good idea though. Like I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy. Like imagine this. About 37 minutes ago, um, I was sitting here thinking like, I should do it live. You know, I was like, fuck it, let me jump on. And now, boom, 36 minutes later, we have 19 people here. A jaw replacement. Yeah, so this is the jaw replacement, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. It's already, it's done. It is done. GoFundMe is not something I would. I'm not gonna say never because I don't want to. I don't know, lock myself in, but I don't see myself starting a GoFundMe ever. I'm out here grinding, bro, grinding. I had cancer twice. You can ask me, it's fine. Cancer twice. First cancer was bone cancer in my jaw that came from a cyst that turned into a tumor. And then the second cancer was leukemia. And because of the leukemia, the initial jaw reconstruction died off, and I needed a second jaw replacement, which is my ab muscle. This is my oblique. So technically, it's my third jaw. Dang it, I got color. Jesus Christ. Dang it, I have colorectal cancer. Yeah, it's time for me to sign off. I can't talk anymore. I'm so sorry to hear that, sports. Unfortunately, it'll get me in 6 months. God damn. God damn. Bro, I'm sorry, man. Fucking sorry to hear. That's a fucking bitch. That's some bullshit. We all fucking do, man. We all fucking do die sometime. You know what, bro? Fuck this shit, man. Just for you, sharing that, I'm gonna blaze one up right now for you. Like, I'm on here thinking, like, oh, I can't fucking smoke against the internet. Internet sticks. Bro, who gives a fuck, man? You're gonna die in 3 to 6 months? That's crazy. None of this shit matters, bro. Once you realize you're gonna die, it's like you cannot imagine that you ever cared about things like public perception and people and opinions, like how you ever like got caught up in that. It's such a waste of time. This one's for you, buddy. This one's for you, Storts only, please. I respect you, buddy. Bro, it's so crazy, like, society, and I sound like such a pothead now, but like, we care about all these things until the moment that we realize, like, we're gonna die, and then we're like, why the fuck was I fighting with this person? Why was I not talking to my family? Why was I not traveling and doing what someone else wanted me to do? What was I so scared of? Now I'm gonna die. None of it matters. Literally. Yeah, man. This one's for you, store Sony, please. Not gonna be forgotten, buddy. I'm never gonna forget you coming on my live and telling me you're gonna die in 3 months. This is the type of shit, man. Like you sharing that. You just came in. You're like, dang it, I'm gonna die in 3 months. That's literally what you said. That's crazy. This one's for you, buddy. Damn. I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna sit on and ponder on that one. I'm gonna sit on and ponder on that one. All right, guys. On that note, I think out of respect for my man Sports Only, and on that note, I don't want to go back to making jokes now or like talking about anything else. I feel like on that note, let that be a reminder for all of us. Like we're talking to someone here who's literally gonna die soon, and we're out here stressing on bullshit. Bullshit. We gotta get it together. Like, log the fuck in on understanding that tomorrow is not motherfucking promised. Like, I might be dead when you're watching this. Someone might be watching this in a week and I might be fucking dead. Or dying on the clock. Like this guy, 3 months, TikTok, that's it. Boom, done. You're not coming back. Like, this is it. Let that be the gift that this guy gave us. And just in that sense, those 13 people that watch this and then the subsequent 500 people that are going to watch this live later, you all witnessed this. So like you coming onto this live and putting this message out there on the internet, like, yo guys, like this is what it is, I'm gonna die soon. That changes like hundreds of people's perspective and lives. So that's powerful, man. So God bless you, buddy. And thank you so much for coming here and sharing that with us. And I'll make a title to get some attention on it. So, shout out to you. Shout out to all of you guys for being here witnessing this moment. And don't forget, tomorrow does not exist. I love you all. Peace.